23 Sports presents Halton High School Hockey. Live from Central Arena in Burlington, Halton decides another champion, the MMR Rams versus the Nelson Flames. Hello everyone, Steve Foxcroft here along with Clint Bubba O'Neill and Bob Williamson, and a jam-packed Central Arena awaits where in the next few hours we'll decide another Halton champion. The Rams against the Flames, and all Burlington Halton final. Bubs, how do you see it?
Steve, this rivalry, rich in history. These two teams go back many of years and have battled for many of championships in all sports, not just hockey. The rivalry continues. We have a jam-packed house here in Central Arena, and I'm looking forward to the battle. This game is a virtual toss-up.
Bob Williamson will join us momentarily. We're just getting his headset fixed up, and they're ready to go here at Central Arena. You're looking live as TV23 Sports presents a special edition live from Central Arena, the Halton Hockey Final. The Rams in their maroon and gold, the Flames in their home white, red, and gold highlights. The officials are set to go, and for the play-by-play, here's Clint O'Neill.
The Rams win the early draw, and there is number 17, the likes of Brian Fox with the puck as he's getting a check in there from Chad Taylor. Sent around the boards. Vander Hayden with the puck down deep in the corner, and he is taken heavily into the boards. Puck centered out and taken away by Davis. Here is Davis carrying the puck over the center stripe, over the blue line. Still with the puck is Chris Davis. He has a man at the point. The puck is stolen by Fox. Fox will come back the other way for the Rams, and almost offside was one of the Rams, but Fox pulled up with the puck. Vander Hayden applying pressure onto Fox as he dumps it in the Nelson zone. Wilkins, his pass was stolen by Fox as he fires it in. The netminder, Sean Pattinson for the Nelson Flames, sends it in the corners as Vander Hayden sends it around the net. Lacey with the puck now to Vander Hayden. Vander Hayden looks as he's looking for Davis up near the center stripe, but he couldn't connect with him. Cherry decides to dump in the puck as Nelson goes in on a line change. Dan McKenna off the board, stolen by the Rams as they come back the other way, dumping the puck in. Jeff Evans is nailed into the boards, loses the puck from behind, but Cherry is there with it now. Cherry, his lead pass too far. Chasing it is Jeff Wright. Wright, his pass stolen by McKenna. McKenna loses the puck, and here comes Sherland. Sherland sidesteps a check from Lacey as the Rams try to dump in the puck, but the official, the linesman, seems to be in the way. A shot fired wide. We have yet to have a shot on goal here in the early going, 13-15. Remaining in period number one, the Halton Championship here from Central Arena. The Rams on the attack. Cherry trying to clear the puck. And here comes McKenna, the hard skater with the puck. McKenna looking for a man in front, and Charlotte stole it. Cherry was right in the crease, looming, waiting for a pass. Pattinson. Hurlin. As they send the puck in around the boards, Lupton with the puck. Puck slapped back in. Here is Lappin with the puck now. Lappin, big head of steam, physical player, slapped in by Kevin Smith. So the Rams getting knocked all over the place in the early going, and Kevin Smith will take 2 minutes for the Nelson Flames and serve it on the elbowing. The Rams go on the power play.
Well, two big hits in the early going. That one earned a penalty, Kevin Smith. But the first hit of the game, Dave Bolton used all 6'1", 165. He's only in grade 12, but he delivered a blow at the other end to one of the Flames like he was a grade 13er. Been around a while, but the Rams having the first opportunity here on the power play with 12:14 to go in the first period.
Perron and Fox on the draw. Fox wins it, Sends it over to Lumbach, and here come the Rams as they dump in the puck.
Nelson penalty number 12, Kevin Smith. 2 minutes for elbow. 12-14.
12:04 remaining in period one. Face off deep to the right. The left of netminder Pattinson. Fox wins the draw, sends it back to Labanich, and Labanich throws. Oh, and right in front was Fox for the rebound. The puck is cleared out of the zone, and settling into the dog is Labanich. Charland with the puck over the blue line. Charland brings it down deep in the corner. He looks at his options. Wilkins watching him. Charland right up, but they shoot. Oh! Fox was robbed by Pattinson. And the puck is cleared. Charland off the boards, high to center ice. Here comes Aspen. Aspen, a pass stolen by Caron and then cleared. Charland will try again. 1:01 remaining in the power play for the Rams. Lacey stole the puck and sends it the length of the ice once again. The Rams netminder, Ron Mays, with the puck, his first time touching it. The puck is stolen by Vander Heiden on goal. Oh! Mays kept the pad down there and made a splendid save. And Lacey takes a hack at it. Vander Heiden has it bounce off. And here's Davis with a drive. And that one leaves the ice surface.
Well, not too long ago on the power play, Brian Fox had a glorious opportunity in front of the Flames net. Couldn't put it past the tender for the Flames, and therefore it's still a 0-0 game. Both teams, though, having good opportunities at each end, and the Rams looking pretty good on the power play, moving the puck around. Coming back, though, Cherry puts it out of play.
Lappin with the puck. Hits center ice. Chris Barker with the puck. Barker in the corner. Lacey hammers him. Behind the net, the Rams, and we will have another penalty. This one will go to Chris Barker of the MM Robinson Rams.
Barker getting the gate, and that quickly evens things up here. And now we'll see what the Flames can do on the power play, as you see Barker settling in for a couple of minutes.
Well, we are back to even strength hockey at the moment for 11 seconds. And then the Flames will have a power play of 1 minute and 49 seconds. Caron and Charlotte on the draw. Lacey.
Slashing. 4:35.
Lappin likes to carry the puck. Big hard shot. Hits the defenseman of the Rams as Lappin is sent into the boards. Charland loses the puck while being body checked. Off the boards. Behind the net. Here comes Caron. Caron with the puck, dumping it in the corner, and around the boards it goes. Lappin has it bounce off his shoulder. McKenna keeps it in, and now it's cleared. Reed with the puck. Sends it off the boards to Caron. Danny Caron. Drop pass for Lacey. He lost it. And now Cherry clears the puck right back into the zone as the Nelson Flames have 58 seconds remaining in their power play.
Look at the road to the playoffs for both teams. Nelson upended Notre Dame in the quarterfinals 6-2. Robinson needed 2 overtime periods to get by Assumption 4-3. In the other quarterfinals, Appleby got by Loyola 4-3. Reading beat OT 3-1. In the semis, Nelson needed overtime to beat Reading 5-4. Robinson whitewashes Appleby 6-0.
Chad Taylor, cross ice pass for Vander Heiden, which he cannot control. Cowburn sends it back into the Nelson zone. MM doing a good job of killing the penalty. With Barker in the box. Davis freewheeling, likes to skate with the puck. Here he comes in over the blue line. Davis now slows down the pace, drops it back, a shot by Wilkins. And now we will have another penalty, a high stick, I believe.
What they're going to call there, Bubs, is the puck being hit with the high stick, so they'll have a face-off. But how do you like watching this Davis player for Nelson? Chris Davis, excellent fundamentals, really a heads-up player, a veteran of high school hockey here in Burlington, and you really like watching him handle the puck.
Chad Taylor from his own zone to Wilkins. Ryan Wilkins, slap shot in the Ram zone. 15 seconds remaining in the power play as Davis is being sent into the boards by Cowburn. Loose puck being picked up by Morgan Aspen, and Aspen will send it the length of the ice, and that will do it for the Flames power play. Wilkins. Pass off the boards to Cherry, and Cherry will chase the puck. Vander Hayden taken into the boards. Loose puck will be picked up by the Rams. Coming the other way. Picked off. And offside was Chris Cherry as Lappin opted to carry the puck in the zone.
Very close there. Some of the fans have been discouraged. Phil Jones, the official, along with Bob Pring and Mike Shapler, a top-notch officiating crew for this top-notch game.
Phil Jones, Halton's finest. Other than Ref Rump, who has retired to the Hall of Fame. Lacey sends in the puck from the Ram blue line. They're having problems clearing the puck later. The drive! A pad save. Piranha shot. Mays the save. Behind the net, they tried the wrapper and a shot. Oh, and Mays holds his ground and keeps the puck in between the pads.
Well, a bit of rapid-fire action that time for the Flames, really testing Ron Mays. Just a little guy, too, between the pipes for the Rams, but he stands tall on that occasion as the Flames had 3 chances in close. And when you look at the Flames, what Coach Grant does, he just keeps sending them out at you, line after line, with good firepower.
We will have icing on this play as the Rams dump the puck down the ice. But Steve, going back to the Rams goaltenders, 2 young netminders for the Robinson Rams, Craig Woods and Ron Mays. Woods getting the shutout versus Appleby in the 6-0 semifinal game.
It takes good goaltending to win championships. So far, we've seen it at both ends here in the final.
Puck sent in by Evans. As Grieve will chase it, he's taken into the boards by Lemonich. Scramble in the corner for the puck, and it is picked off as McKenna tried to send it back to the point. Here come the Rams. Charlin skating in. He was taken care of finally. Lead pass intercepted and dumped out by Aspen. Lacey to Cherry, the captain of this hockey team. Cherry a shot! Mays the save with the glove.
Well, Cherry let it go from a few strides inside the blue line, but really Mays saw it all the way, and it may have looked a little more dangerous than it was. Actually, Mays had no problem, saw it all the way, right into the glove hand, too easy.
Oh, a final live here on CableNet, Steve.
A reminder coming up at the first period intermission while we continue to have some microphone difficulties. Bob Williamson in the coach's corner.
Puck at the line, and Lappin cleared the puck at the slot. Perry picked it off. Perry taken down by Davis. Fox now with the puck for the Rams. Rams cannot mount any offense so far in this hockey game. Lacey taken out of the play, but Lappin was there to pick up the puck. Chris Lappin over the blue line. Lappin going in. Lappin, lost control of the puck. Vander Hayden to Davis. Back to the point, and fanning on the shot is Curlin when he dumped it in. Back to the point, right in front. A shot. Oh, a save by Mays. Big save by Mays. As Davis stands in the slot. But Fox will clear the puck the length of the ice, and we will have icing.
In high school hockey, icing as soon as it crosses that far goal line. But Davis had a glorious opportunity right in front. He seemed to have an eternity, celebrated a couple birthdays right in the slot, finally let it go, and Mays got a blocker on it and then was alert enough to kick it out of danger.
Draw one by the Rams as they come back the other way. Long pass for Charlin. Fell into the hands of Chad Taylor. Rams will try again. No icing on the play, and Chad Taylor will chase. Taylor off the boards to Smith. Smith the other way to Taylor. Around the boards and picked up by Lupton. Lupton sends it the length of the ice the other way, and we will have icing charge to the Nelson Flames. Face-off deep in Nelson territory.
In the last 4 years in the Halton final, the winner, it's either been Nelson or Robinson. So we'll put the streak to 5 as one of these teams will walk away with the Halton championship here today. And again, you're watching TV 23 Sports Exclusive here, a special live presentation from Central Arena. The Halton High School hockey final, the Nelson Flames in white, the Robinson Rams in maroon and gold. Two heavyweights doing battle here, Clint, but so far on points, you'd have to give it to the Flames, as they have had much to say about the offensive action so far in this first period.
Phil Jones, the official, discussing things with Danny McKenna, and they're going to have a look at his stick, I believe.
Could this be Guy Romeo calling for a stick measurement, possibly? Just conferring with Bob Williamson. He says there's no penalty.
Oh, look at that stick. There's no way that could be used.
In high school hockey, no penalty for illegal stick. I guess they just eliminate the stick from play.
Well, and I'm sure there's a lot of boys with some illegal sticks in this league. There's no possible way that Dan McKenna could legally use that stick in any league. No way. Now, Charlin goes back to talk to Coach Romeo and explain what happened.
Do you think you can find those sticks at your neighborhood shelf on Canadian Tire?
I think you find it in the boiler where you steam. A little bit of steam, a little bit of curve. Come on, remember
got a bit of candle wax on it.
Remember those plastic Cooper blades over the oven?
I wreck more ovens that way. Now, Charlin wants it. Coach Romeo wants a penalty, of course, and Charlin and Romeo are not going to get it, as we knew, of course, from Bob Williamson informing us.
Charlin wins the draw, but Cherry steals the puck. Tyler Grieve taken out of the play as Cherry will chase. Cowburn in there as well to hold the puck.
Two guys from each team in the corner that time, so they have a quick whistle as the puck became lost in that maze of players, so we'll have a face-off to the left of Mays.
McKenna and Charlin will do it all over again, this time in the Ram zone. Charlin wins again. Charlin just dumps the puck to the blue line, and it's slapped back in. Cowburn. Pass stolen by Cherry. Cherry going in a goal. Saved by Mays by the stick. Lead pass to Aspen. Aspen going in on goal. Shoots. Oh, that one just missed. Charlin looking for someone in front. Pattinson steers it clear. McKenna being hassled from behind by Aspen. Loose puck picked up by Wilkins as Wilkins leads Cherry. Cherry along the left side is shot. And the stick of Cowburn got in the way. Cowburn can't clear the puck. McKenna looking for it. Here is McKenna and Fox along the boards, and they will hold it for a face-off.
Well, you just saw a foot race of, it wasn't really Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis, steroids or not, but it was it was a battle of the heavyweights as Cherry not blessed with breakaway speed on that occasion, and Daniel Calburn did a good job of hustling back defensively for the MM Robinson Rams to hassle Cherry just enough.
Northcott won the draw, and Davis will send it back to the point. Lacey winding up a shot, and Mays again with that big glove hand picks off the puck, and we got some more talking after the whistle.
Well, they'll be talking all afternoon. Both of these teams have been here, and for Lacey that time, he had a tough time getting the puck to sit for him, which caused him a little unbalance on the shot, couldn't get all the wood on it that he would like, and Mays, no difficulty with the glove hand.
Johnson along the boards, and coming in for some assistance is Labinich, Davis, and
with the likes of that one getting covered up right away, they want to do it again, so we'll have a face-off once again just to the left of Ron Mays.
nice job by Northcott as he wins the draw, and settling in his zone is Labinich. His pass stolen and dumped out by Cherry. Off the boards and picked off by Quads. Quads looking for someone, loses the puck. Cherry is there, and he's taken into the boards nicely by Labinich. Rams counterattack. Big shot saved by Pattinson. Northcott fired that one. Northcott loses the puck. Johnson with it. He's hammered into the boards. Johnson tries to hold it for the face-off. Now Northcott with it. He's taken into the boards. They're all shoving. A shot goes high, but we're going to have some penalties, I believe. Maybe some coincidental minors.
Maybe a couple of roughing calls, Clint, as the gloves got up a little bit that time, and that's exactly what it'll be. Getting the gate, Jeff Evans for the Flames, along with Jeff Johnston for the Rams, and both of them will take a brief break. Noticing first, in the first period, Clint, what I like about the Flames is their transitional ability, the way they turn their defense quick as a cat into offense.
Lappin lumbering around in his own zone, stolen by Fox. Fox loses the puck, and Nelson
Robinson
sends
penalty
Smith.
number 4, Jeff Johnson at 2 minutes for sportsmanlike conduct. Nelson penalty number 24.
Kevin Smith with a move. Smith, Perron behind the net. Perron back to the point, Lappin a shot, he scores! Lappin!
Here's another look at it. You see it gets set up as the Flames break out of their own end. A nice move. The puck from behind the net centered out into the slot. Lappin happens to be there and makes no mistake putting it home.
2:55 remaining in the first period, and Nelson draws first blood. Cherry from his own zone dumps the puck down into the Ram zone, and Labinich sends it off the boards. A shot. Rams now trying to clear their own zone. Bolton, he lost the puck. Picked off at the line by the Rams, and the Rams having problems mounting any offense so far here in the first period. Cherry was there to take away that errant pass. Here comes Chris Cherry over the line. Cherry right in front for McKenna, and McKenna fired the backhand wide. Vander Hayden taken into the boards, but sent it in for McKenna right in front. Oh, and a nice play by Labinich defensively to clear the puck. Again, down deep in the corner, Zlabinich picks up the puck, and he is hammered by Vanderheyden. Vanderheyden falls down as he's trying to clear the puck back to the point, and Charlin comes back the other way for the Rams. Shot hit the skate of Lacey, and comes into the hands of McKenna, who just dumps the puck out of his own zone. And this one ends up in the Nelson bench, and we will have a face-off.
Rams playing patient in their own zone, looking for the lap in the Nelson defense for them to take advantage. However, they've been few and far between thus far in the first period. Rams to this point with only 3 shots on goal. The best chance by Brian Fox, as he was stoned early in the first period by Scott Pattinson.
Lappin from his own zone. Wads sidesteps a man and takes the hit in the board, applied by Fox. Fox now with the puck. Fox. Lead pass for Barker, and he can't reach it. Lacey from his own zone off the boards. Vanderheyden hammered, and here come the Rams. Perry with it. Willie Perry with a one-handed pass that was picked off as Barker sends it deep into the Nelson zone. Under a minute remaining in the first period. Vanderheyden. Long pass falls errant and called icing.
Well, in that last sequence, we talked about the Flames, their ability to break out of their own zone so far here in the first period. The Rams, on the other hand, have had a more difficult time as their passes to break out of their own zone have been a half a stride too far for their forwards, and thus they've given up a lot of possessions coming out of their zone. Less than a minute now, 39 seconds to go here in the first period.
They're on Nelson for Nelson, Charlin for the Rams. Caron wins the draw. Down deep in the corners as Charlin tries to center it. Right out in front. Right out in front was one of the Rams as Caron comes back the other way. 20 seconds remaining as John Charlin with a head of steam. Charlin sidestepping Wilkins, but nothing could be done as Lavinitz loses the puck. And here's Caron pressing hard now with Wright with the puck. Wright to Lavinitz. And that'll do it for one period of hockey in the home final.
Stay tuned after, in the first period intermission, Coach's Corner with Bob Williamson. The score after one period of play, the Nelson Flames, looking to defend their title, are in the lead on a goal by Chris Lappin at 12:05 of the first. They lead the MM Robinson Rams by a score of 1-0.
Good period for the Nelson Flames. They came out and they established the fact that they want to skate.
Before the game,
Robinson yet to really mount a positive, solid offensive attack and seem to be content with dumping the puck and chasing.
Before the game, we had an opportunity to talk to both coaches. First of all, Bubba talking with Coach Grant, and then Guy Romeo. And after that, we'll go to that footage now, and after which we'll be back with Coach Bob Williamson.
Minutes before the Halton title, the puck ready to be dropped, and with me, the defending two-time Halton champion, coach of the Nelson Flames, Bill Grant. Bill, the challenge continues to get bigger and bigger year after year. Your team has had a little bit of difficulty this year, rising to the occasion. How have you prepared them for the big onslaught that the Rams are about to throw at you?
Well, basically, Clint, we just told them that if they come out with a performance they did against Bishop Reading in the third period, MM's going to walk all over them. And told them that they've got to be more intense, more focused on the game. Don't worry about what is going on or what they're not doing to them and things like this. So hopefully they'll respond to it.
Certainly the talent, when you look down the roster of the Nelson Flames this year, is equal to any other Nelson Flame team, but somehow the intensity just has not been there as in previous years. What's been the problem?
To be honest with you, Clint, I really can't tell you. I don't know myself. Now, whether it's just the fact that the kids think they've been through it before and it's going to be neat.
(6-2) versus Notre Dame in the quarterfinal. 5-4 against Bishop Reading. 4-1 with 5 minutes remaining in the third period. What happened in that semifinal game?
I hear again, Clint. I think it's just a matter of they looked at the clock, saw there was 5 minutes left, figured, well, this is it. We don't have to really work too hard anymore. And the thing was, there was a little bit of panic set in when they started pressing 4 men deep. They pushed 4 men deep in. All our guys come skating in, forgetting about the one guy high in the slot. And consequently, each time if they were in there, the puck come out to that guy, and he managed to bang it home. Unfortunately, it's a scramble in front of our net. Goalie really couldn't see it. Drew Dahl played an outstanding game for us, and I couldn't fault him. Basically, our defense and our forwards let us down in the last 5 minutes.
Tyler Grieve on the positive end of that game scores the winner. Could this be the type of game that maybe puts Nelson back to where they belong at number 1?
I hope so, Clint. I would like to think so. The overtime period was all ours. We were all over them. The thing that concerned me about the overtime period was the fact that we had 90% of the play in their end, and I was worried about that 2% where they would break out, they'd come down and get a fluky goal on us. And I think maybe during the overtime period, it was down our end 3 times. So with the overtime, and they know they can do it, when they work at it, everything falls in place for them. So I don't know why they can't keep that intensity going all game long. We just seem to lack the killer instinct.
Intensity the key for the Nelson Flames. Coach Bill Grant of the Nelson Flames. Steve, over to you with Coach Romeo for the MM Robinson Rams.
Here we are with the head coach of the MM Robinson Rams, Guy Romeo. And Guy, for you, it must be something special to be in the Halton final.
Well, we haven't been there in about 3 years, so it's real big for us to be back here. We set a goal at the start of the year to get to the game, and we're here now, so we're going to let the chips fall where they may right now.
It's got to be something special, too, to go against the Nelson Flames. They're the top team that many have talked about. Tell us what it's like coming in here, if you win, to beat the number 1 guys, the Flames.
Oh, it's a great feeling to come in here and beat them. We don't have, our kids, our philosophy to our kids is we don't have anything to lose here. A lot of people at the start of the year counted us to get here. We're here now, and they want it. They got to come and get it. They got to take it from us. So we're confident that we can give them a game, and I think we're gonna come ahead out.
What do you guys got to do to win, I guess? But what are the strengths of your team? What I'm asking.
Well, from a size-wise, player to player on size-wise, I'm not concerned about our team. We're just as big and fast, and we can skate as well as they can. They got the experience. We haven't been here. We haven't been here in a couple of years. In front of a big crowd. Haven't been in this type of situation. Haven't been in the caliber of high school hockey. So we've got some concerns about that. We just got to stay disciplined. We've got to hit them every chance we get. We've got to play a physical game and try to shake them off their game. I mean, everybody in the stands is expecting them to win, so we're just going to let our kids play with nothing to lose. They don't have anything to lose.
From a coaching standpoint, do you try and match up what Coach Grant throws out there, or do you put out your horses and say, now beat us?
That's basically the approach I'm going to go with. If we go with a team that's got a real strong guy, we've got some good checkers, or good guys that we can shadow, and we'll put somebody on them. But Billy Grant's got strength on pretty much every line, so we're just going to say, hey, here we are. Let's go play hockey. Let's do it.
Couple names that you need big performances from?
Oh, definitely big names. Johnny Charlin's got to play a hell of a game. Foxy's got to play well. Guys that are unsung that have to play real well. Chris Barker, Willie Perry, these are good checkers. They've got to come to play. Willie Levanet's got to play good on the point, and Ronnie Mays back in the net. They've got to have big goaltending for the playoffs. So that's what we're hoping for.
Thanks for joining us,
Great.
and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love reading to kids. Their little faces light up and they giggle at the funny parts and they jump at the scary parts. Reading to kids is a lot of fun, but it's also good for them. You see, if you read to kids, they'll get interested in books, and pretty soon they'll be reading on their own, just for fun. And they'll get better grades in school and get smarter and smarter, and then they'll be reading to you. So read to someone you love today.
Read my book. Read my book. Read my book.
Welcome back to Central Arena. You're looking live at a special TV 23 sports broadcast of the Halton Hockey final. The Nelson Flames lead the MM Robinson Rams by a score of 1-0 at 12:05 in the first period. Chris Lapton put the Flames up, and that's where we stand right now. Bob Williamson, coach of the Aldershot Aces, joining us on our broadcast team for this championship final. And Coach, I'm sure you're a little fretful that you're not here in person coaching your squad, but nonetheless, welcome to the broadcast team.
Well, thanks very much, Steve. It's good to be here again this year.
How do you analyze the first period so far?
Well, I thought MM Robinson started off very well. They showed a lot of poise in the first 5 minutes of the game. Although, as the first period progressed along, I thought the experience of the Nelson Flames really came through. Particularly on Chris Lappin's goal. He pinched in right up the middle. Danny Caron, I thought, should have probably got an assist on that goal, as I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one who picked up the loose puck in behind the net, fed it out, and Chris Lappin didn't make a mistake with that shot. He put it high up over the shoulder of Ron Mays, and without Ron Mays playing as well as he did in that first period, it could easily be 2, 3, or 4-0 for Nelson.
For these teams, they know each other pretty well. They play against each other all the time in the division year after year. For MM Robinson now, do you pull the trigger a bit down 1-0, or what do you do? Do you come out relaxed and poised, or do you change your game plan?
No, not at this juncture. I think MM Robinson should stick to their game plan. They have to aggressively forecheck Nelson. Talking to Guy earlier, he was going to try and employ a 2-1-2 forechecking system, try and force Nelson to make a mistake in their own end. They've got good shooters in people like John Charl and Brian Fox. Get a couple of goals. They're right back. A 1-0 hockey game. This is far from over.
How do you assess Ron Mays' performance? He's done a good job so far in the first period, net minding for the Rams.
Outstanding performance by Ron Mays. You didn't hear too much of him throughout the season, but in watching the MM hockey team the last stretch into the playoffs, he has been rock solid for them. He made some very big saves in that first period, and I thought he may have been partially screened on the goal by Chris Lappin. He was down a little bit on his knees, and the puck was up in the upper tier of the net. Other than that, you can't fault him. He's rock solid for them.
Shots on goal in the first period, 9-3 in favor of Nelson. Do you look at that from a statistics standpoint, and does that favor anybody?
Well, the shots on goal, albeit solidly in Nelson's favor, really is a little bit indicative of the play. Obviously, Nelson had a bounce, edge and play in the second half of that first period. MM started very well. As you pointed out earlier with Clint, they seemed very relaxed in their own end, that is MM Robinson. They weren't rattled. I do think their passing coming out of their zone, as you pointed out earlier, has got to be better in this second and again in the third period if they're going to be successful today.
I was impressed with the patience of MM Robinson. At what point do you have to abandon the patience game if it continues on, if they continue to trail? At what point will you abandon the patience game and become a little more offensive?
Well, I think if the score gets up 3 goals in favor of Nelson, I think you'll see MM Robinson change tactics a little bit. As we saw Nelson, if anybody was at the rink or heard in their semifinal against Bishop Reading, they carried a 4-1 lead with 4 minutes left in regulation, and Reading came back and pulled out a tie, and it took them to overtime. So it can happen. MM Robinson is a talented team.
For Coach Grant, he's kept his troops in a little longer than normal here. What would he say to his team? 2-time defending champs, coming out again. You got a 1-0 lead. What do you say to the troops in the locker room?
Well, I think you don't say too much to them. I thought that was a pretty fair period for Nelson. They started off a little slower. They picked the pace up well. People like Danny McKenna, I thought, played a very aggressive first period. Tyler Grieve. They're getting to the puck first in their own end. That's important for Nelson. The key, I think, to Nelson is not make those defensive mistakes in their own end. And so far, they're playing well.
Chris Davis is certainly a treat to watch. What do you think of him?
Well, he's a very classy hockey player. He's a leader down there. He's a leader in our league. He's been around a long time, and you got to look to someone like him to be a force in this kind of a game.
Coach, thanks for joining us here in our intermission, and we'll look forward to your comments in the second period.
But my pleasure. Thanks,
okay.
Steve.
Our apologies to Coach Williamson, of course, because of our technical difficulties here at Central Arena. But we'll continue forward to get them rectified. But for now, back to live action on TV 23. And here's Clint O'Neill.
Charlin from behind his own net. Lead pass going into the hands of Ryan Fox. Drop pass picked off. Coming the other way is Vander Hayden. Waits, comes onside. He has Davis. Vander Hayden, the shot goes high over the shoulder of Mays. Fox with the puck over the center stripe. Everyone onside. Fox looking for his options. Dumps it off for Aspen. He lost it. Fox with it right in the slot area. A Nelson stick got in the way. Lavinich dumped it back in, and Lappin will spin back for Nelson. Hard pass looking for Vander Hayden, but he wasn't skating forward. He skated to the bench. Charlotte. Lavinich. Drop pass for Perry, and Lavinich ends up with it. Cross ice to Fox. A shot hits the stick of Kevin Smith, and it's sent down the ice. We remind you that at the end of the first period, Nelson had a penalty called for interference, and the Rams on the power play. Lavinich dumps the puck in for Aspen. Aspen, a shot goes wide. The Rams looking to set up. Perry back to the point. A shot. A save by Pattinson. They jam at it. And Smith will clear it for Caron. Caron one-on-one. Caron a shot. That one just missed. Lavinich. Lead pass. He has a drive, and that one hits the skate area of Jeff Evans. Nelson has killed the penalty effectively, and here they come on the offense. Lacey, one-handed, picked off by Lavinich, and then left for Johnson. Johnson spinning around. Here's a 2-on-1. Jerry, shot high over the net. Kept in by Lacey. McKenna with it. He lost the control of it. And here come the Rams. 4-on-1. Drop pass. Right in front. Oh! Jeff Wright, banned on the puck. We'll change that. It was Jason Coughlin, banned on the puck. Jerry the other way. Jerry slows down. No one to pass to. McKenna picks up the puck. Now Tyler Grieve with it down deep. Grieve with it. Behind the net goes Dillsworth. Dillsworth dumped off the puck by Cherry. And the Rams Northcott sends it out of the zone. Lappin returns it. Coughlin. Long lead pass going the other way. Icing will be called. Off. As Lappin comes back the other way. Cherry from his own zone to McKenna. McKenna fires a pass to return to Cherry. Cherry going wide. Oh! He is taken heavily into the board by Dillsworth. There's a shot, the save by Curlin. Rebound right in the slot. Behind the net. Cherry! They jam at it! Oh! Vander Hayden would put it in as Mays was down on the ice. Curlin. As Wad sends in the puck. Jeff Wright off the board. Actually, it hit the leg of Wads, and the Rams will try again. They having problems offensively as Fox chases the puck. And there is my icing.
Finally a whistle. What exciting action at both ends as both teams getting good opportunities, but inexcusable for the Rams to have a 4-on-1 and come up with not even a shot on goal. As you hear it so many times that a team may become too pretty down around the red zone, of the offensively, while the Rams came a little too pretty there. They had to have the shot put on goal. They had 3-4 guys there to hopefully bang home a rebound. They didn't even get the shot off.
Here is the drive, a save by Mays, big rebound, and the Rams fire back. Aspen to Charlotte back in, oh! That one just went wide as Pattinson went down early. Aspen falling down all over himself as Smith steals the puck. Smith to Wilkins to Caron. Danny Caron from the right side. Looking right at front. Oh, Mays! Oh, it's just wide of the net. As Charlotte will pick it up for the Rams. Crazy action in front of the Rams net. Charlotte a drive. That one drifts wide. Funny bounce off the boards as Smith loses the puck, and it is dumped back into the Nelson zone by Calburn. And we have an offside.
Delayed offside to call there. The officials are letting both teams play a little bit, but that has provided us with some really entertaining hockey here as the intensity picks up a bit here in the second period. 9:38 to go. And action fast and furious at both ends of the arena, and that livens up the spectators somewhat as well.
Caron dragged down after he won the draw. Pattinson clears it to the wrong man, and Coughlin right in front. Coughlin's pass to Northcott, and a drive. It's a skate. Here comes Cherry. Cherry going in on goal. He shoots. Nice save by Mays as he holds on for the draw. End to end.
You wonder how long Mays will continue to close the door on the Flames, who time after time have glorious scoring opportunities in front of Ron Mays. This is one of them, as Chris Cherry sneaks in behind the defense and gets a hindered shot away, and Mays goes down and covers up the 5-hole. There you see him, Ron Mays, goaltender extraordinaire today.
Evans' pass went well wide, and now Lacey fires it into the Rams zone. Off the board goes Dilworth as he lost it. Fox will pick it up and bank it off the boards to Perry, and he is smoked into the boards by Jeff Evans. Oh,
there's going to be an interference call, but there's some roughhousing going on at the other end.
And there's a right hand fired by Lacey. The net is off. It's magnets, everyone in a state of confusion.
Well, that happened after the whistle went. Initially, the call will go against Jeff Evans. There you see Evans already in the box for interference. He'll get the gate as he had a monstrous hit, and now the whistle is gone. Watch what happens here.
And now watch the ruckus after. Oh, we won't get that.
Lacey was popped by Chris Barker, went into the post, and he'll get a penalty for that.
Well, Barker will sit too, as well as Jeff Evans, so...
Tough one to take, though, for the Rams. Guy Romeo won't be really too happy with that, as that will negate, most likely, the Rams' power play opportunity. Trailing 1-0 here as we approach the midpoint of the game. That would have been a good chance for the Rams to continue the momentum that they had coming out here in the second period. Parker gets the gate for roughing. The Rams coming out in this period on the power play established a bit of momentum. Although Nelson has had some glorious scoring opportunities at the other end, MM Robinson looking like a much improved hockey club from what we saw in the first period. The teams will remain 5 skaters aside, as that, even though it happened after the whistle, becomes coincidental minors.
Charlotte wins the draw, but no one can pick up possession as Wads dumps it in. Lavinich dumps it out to center ice, or the Flames will take over. Fox, one move around Davis and has a shot on goal. Pattinson saw that all the way. Perlin off the boards to Lappin. Lappin will skate. Just fires too far for Vanderheyden. And we will have icing called, and we'll go back to the other side of the ice.
The pace now begins to slow down somewhat from what we saw in the first 7 minutes, first 6.5 minutes anyway of this period. And the Nelson Flame fans have sort of come to life a little bit here in the second period as well. Again, they've been here before.
Scrum at the line, and right with a drive hits a skate of someone, and a 2-on-1. Davis fires a shot, and Hayes holds on.
Mays is seeing the puck well. What focus he has here this afternoon on the puck as Davis came in and let rip one from a few strides inside the blue line, but Mays looked it right into his glove and his pad, and it wasn't even dangerous, so it seemed.
Perron wins the draw, has it tied up in his skates, but Wright will dump the puck into, actually change that. Aspin will dump the puck, and that one is called icing as Lappin sort of cut him off from getting the puck.
Interestingly, between periods, Coach Williamson said that on the goal, he thought that Mays was probably screened on it, which of course makes an excuse for him letting in the one. However, if you ask Mays, of course he was screened, he'd tell you. He said it wouldn't even be an issue.
This time Fox with the puck, being bumped off the boards. Chad Taylor sends it in behind the net. Rams trying to clear their own zone, and they will be charged with the icing once again, as will take the puck.
And there'll be a penalty as well on the play. Klein cross-checking call, and that will go, it appears, against the Flames.
Jason Lupton.
And it is Lupton getting the gate. And a call kind of coming behind the play a bit as the Rams had iced the puck, but Lupton got a little too much lumber up on a Ram, and now that power play that the Rams missed out on before, they'll get an opportunity here with 7:41 to play here in the second period. The Rams trailing by 1.
Let's see if the Rams can put something together here on the power play. They desperately need a goal here, I believe. Here is Lavin. It's a shot. Atkinson dropped down in the butterfly and held on.
Well, an excellent low blast, and it seemed to almost be a set play off the face-off as the Rams won the draw. But a dynamite, low, hard blast, and Pattinson had to be in the right spot at the right time to make the save. Quick line change employed by Grant.
Caron and Fox on the draw. Fox wins this one and pulls it back to right. Labinich back to right. Right skating in. Hit the skate of Caron, and Caron goes hard. Caron, Jerry a shot from a bad angle, and Labinich got in front of it. Now a penalty to Labinich as he called down Cherry, and Cherry skates over to him and says one more.
Well, that is a tough one to take, short-handed. First of all, you give up a glorious opportunity for the Flames to pot a little bit of insurance short-handed. Let's take a look at what developed here as a blast from a very difficult angle, and then Labanich just takes down the Flame forechecker and gets called for it.
2 minutes for a holding. Tim Labanich, 2 minutes for a holding. 7:42.
And that makes it 4 skaters aside.
Charlin comes back the other way, 2-on-1. He's got Northcott. Northcott couldn't receive the pass from Charlin. but Charlin dives all over the puck, trying to hold on for a draw. McKenna gets his stick in there, but a nice job by Charlin to hold the puck down deep in the Nelson zone.
Good hustle by Ryan Wilkins to hustle back and eliminate the 2-on-1 break for the MM Robinson Rams to cover the open winger, who happened to be Greg Northcott. The Flames power play box, one of the finest in the province, and they really tighten things down there and make it difficult for anyone to get a good shot off in front of Pattinson.
Phil Jones will not allow late line changes. Now the captain, Chris Davis, comes over as a second mouth for Coach Bill Grant and has something to say to ref Jones.
Well, Coach Grant wanted to make a line change, and Jones thought they already had put somebody out.
Now Davis goes back.
So Davis went over to briefly explain it to Coach Grant, who of course disagrees.
Both teams 4 aside for a minute and 24 seconds. Cherry, actually Davis, being almost hauled down, still has the puck. Tried to send a pass to Vanderhayden, and Northcott comes back the other way. His pass stolen. Vanderhayden drops it back into the Ram zone. He tried to take a little off it, but this one goes over the line and icing is called. We've had a lot of icings called in this second period.
Well, like we said, the first 6 minutes, it was action-packed end to end. Now the pace has slowed down somewhat, as it's taken an equal time to play the last 2 minutes as it did to play the first 6. Face off to the left of Pattinson. Charlin in to take the draw.
Coughlin wanted to come on the ice, and then the official Jones sent him back on the bench once again. Perron and Charlin. Perron wins this one, and Lacey with the puck. Lead pass for Cherry, but he is bumped off the puck. Lacey falls down, and here comes Perron going to the goal.
Take another look at it. But Mays didn't seem to argue too much. That could be the key. Here's another look. Maybe we can stop it.
Nelson goal scored by number 89, Danny Turan. Assist to number 96, Chris Cherry. Time 8:25. Chris Cherry. Time 8:25.
Crystal clear, to say the least. But the official was right on the spot and made the call right away. 2-zip. Flames in front.
Evans from his own zone bumped off the puck. A funny bounce off the boards again. Spin around a slap shot by Perry goes wide. Aspen from behind the net. Oh, Karan ran into the net. Here come the Flames again, led by Grieve. Tyler Grieve skating in. Loses the puck, still has it. Looking for someone to pass to. Grieve with it. Grieve putting on a show. Grieve, had it tipped away. Behind the net. Karan goes off. Smith is now on. And the puck is cleared out by the Rams. Perry applying pressure onto Evans. Shot goes wide and weak by Cowburn. Jeff Evans falls on the puck and gets a draw. deep to the right of Scott Pattinson.
Well, the Flames playing somewhat like a boa constrictor now, all over the Rams, slowly and methodically dismantling the Rams like they did there. They do it at even strength, they do it on the special teams. And there's our eye in the sky, giving you the update. 5:34 remaining here in the second. Flames lead it by 2.
Right, a shot, deflection out in front by Charlotte. Now Jerry falls down with the puck. Good hard work being applied by Coughlin. And the puck leaves his own. Labanich comes on the ice after the minor he was serving. Taylor, back pass for Vanderhayden. He's checked from behind by Bolton. Bolton with it, Bolton trying to find the man in the slot, being Charlotte. Lappin, one move to Vanderhayden. Vanderhayden, everyone on side. Cherry with it. Cherry going in a goal shot. Hit a man out in front. Lappin. Again, good pressure being applied by Coughlin as Wright settles in. Sends a puck back to Lappin at Lappin's line. Erlin hit Davis, freewheeling Davis with the puck. Davis going in on goal. Backhand, couldn't control it. Another backhand goes wide of the net. A shot by Perlin, saved by Mays. Davis with the puck, he shoots, saved by Mays. Backhand goes wide by Cherry. Charlin tries to clear the puck out of the zone, and that gets accomplished. Icing waved off on the play. Jamie Curlin, lots of ice. Long lead pass for Caron. He had to pull up and he falls down. Smith, oh, and Mays kicked it away. Kept in, a shot. That one goes wide. Big rebound, Smith couldn't reach it. Lappin skating in. Lappin going in on goal. He shoots. Oh, that one went wide. Now Caron with it. Down deep. Labanich. Rice sends it right in front. And it leaves the zone. Perlin with it. The pass stolen by Barker. Barker with a drive. It hit someone out in front. Clearing pass hit Lappin, and he just slapped it out. Oh, now the puck is stolen again. Penalty on the play. Oh, and a stick applied to the head area of Jason Lupton. And John Dillsworth will go to the penalty box to serve some penalty time.
Well, you can see the Flames' talent beginning to show, and the Rams running around in their own end. But the key to that starting is the Flames' defensive pressure that they execute in their own end. The closer you get to pay dirt, the harder it is for you to get an unhindered shot away. And that's what the Flames turn into offense. They take the possession off you and then take it down into their offensive zone. They move the puck along nicely and display good patience and only take high percentage shots.
Folks, if you're flipping around the stations and looking for the Bold and Beautiful or Y&R, this is live. This is not a tape. Right here from Central Arena, the Halton final between the MM Robinson Rams and the defending two-time champions Flames from Nelson. In the lead, 2-0. Captain Chris Davis for Chad Taylor. Picked off. Aspen looking for help to Charlin. Charlin sends it to someone in the slot, and there was no one there. Remember, the Rams killing a penalty, and now we've got a penalty. The number 14, Ryan Wilkins.
Well, that will certainly help the Rams out as Wilkins takes an ill-advised penalty, and that will again even things up here in the second period. 2:29 to go. The Flames lead at 2-0 over the MM Robinson Rams. But again, on that sequence, the Rams getting nobody in front of the net to to get a good shot off as the Rams finding it difficult to move the puck around in their offensive zone.
2 minutes
There's
for
the man of the
Holton.
day, though, so far.
Ryan Wilkins, 2 minutes for Holton.
Behind his team trails at the moment, but Ron Mays has put in a stellar performance.
This game could well be 4 or 5-0, if not for the pads and that leg of Mays. Here is Fox with it. Fox a shot. Oh! From a tough angle, that one just drifted wide. Charlin from his own zone sends it back into the Nelson zone. Vander Hayden, cross ice pass for Jerry over the blue line, a long shot, way wide of the net. Here's Lappin, one move, Lappin loses the puck and Fox dumps it out of an MM zone. Lappin, one move, Lappin over the blue line, hard shot! And that one just hit the blade, I believe, of May's stick. That one seemed to handcuff him somewhat. They'll hold on to the puck deep down in the MM corner, and the continued normal amount of talking and pushing and shoving goes on after the whistle.
Well, Lappin, known to have one of the hardest shots in all of Halton, took a stride in for the blue line that time and let one go. And like you said, it kind of handcuffed Mays, and I think it actually hit the butt end of his stick and then trickled behind the net where a scrum ensued.
Romeo trying to get away with another change, and Phil Jones won't have it. Charlin, all over the stripes. Charlin trying to put a move on. Oh, and Charlin had his head knocked into the glass by Lacey. McKenna for Lappin. McKenna with one move over the blue line. McKenna over the center stripe. McKenna going in on goal, trying to look for Smith, and he couldn't handle that pass. The Rams doing their best in clearing some puck as they're now on the power play for 30 seconds. Here comes Fox. Fox with one move around Taylor, and he falls down. Evans off the boards and down the ice. Right on Mays. Jeff Wright. 10 seconds remaining in the power play, and they have to upfield this puck. Dilworth. Jerry hit from all directions. Reed with a shot. Hit the shoulder of Mays. And we've got a whistle.
Well, on one end, you have the MN Robinson Rams, who are somehow getting some shots off. However, none of them eventually make it to the net. Pattinson has had a very light load so far to handle between the pipes for Nelson. On the other hand, the Nelson Flames, all their shots are getting through to the net. And Mays should be paid overtime for his efforts here today so far through 2 periods. 19
seconds remaining. Draw one, shot, save. Lacey, the shot, Mays, the save. We've been saying it all evening. Here comes Johnson skating hard. Johnson and a goal backhand save, Pattinson. And we'll have a penalty. Johnson trying to break free there with 4 seconds remaining. And it looks like Jerry will go to the penalty box.
There's a look at Jerry as he wrapped up. Jeff Johnston breaking in for the Rams. And again, Johnson couldn't get a shot off, but he drew a penalty, which is good. Mays will go to the bench for the extra attacker with just 4 seconds remaining. good move employed by Guy Romeo, the Rams coach, as he'll send everyone towards the net. The Rams will try and drop the puck back, most likely to Tim Labanich or possibly to Charlotte. Labanich will probably try and feed Charlotte, who will try and get the blast away. Rams win the drop. Labanich drive. Loose start! Oh no!
A funny bounce kept that one out of the net.
I don't know what happened there, but it looked to get through. Maybe we can see it again. Here's another look. The Rams execute pretty well here. Oh.
Somehow Pattinson, dropping down in that butterfly, got a piece of the pad on the puck.
Brian Fox he started that and almost finished it. Brian Fox did a nice job of winning the draw, and then the shot initially hit him in the gut again, and then he tried to put it towards the net, which he did, and then his hands started to go up in joy that time as he thought he had got himself a marker. However, that was not to be. After 2 periods here from Central Arena, you're watching TV23's exclusive coverage of the Halton Hockey Final live. On Thursday afternoon, the Nelson Flames lead the MM Robinson Rams 2-0. We're going to take a brief pause and then be back with more action from Central Arena. Stay with us. We're back here at Central Arena in Burlington. The music is blaring, and so are the fans here at the Halton Hockey Final. Bob Williamson joins us once again. And Bob, the thing we got to start off with is the second Nelson goal. Danny Caron at 8:25 puts the Flames up 2-0. Many thought that that wasn't a goal. What you saw?
Well, all the fans were running over here to try and get a look at the television monitor. I don't think too many people were sure whether the puck was in. From my vantage point, I believe the puck was in Ron May's glove, and his glove was inside the net. I'm sure that's the way Phil Jones saw it, and he called it a goal. And I think he made the right call.
2-0 now. The Flames lead it over the MM Robinson Rams. Now, if you're Coach Romeo, between periods, what are you thinking to yourself, and what do you tell your players?
Oh, I think you have to stay the course. They're going to start the third period on the power play, almost a full power play. If they can pick up a goal, they're right back in this hockey game. I don't think they changed tactics yet. Second half of the third period, if you're still down 2, shift gears a little bit. Then change your style and your approach.
Between periods, getting back to the goal for just a second already, and it's only been a few minutes. A lot of the Nelson fans have come over and said, hey, was it in, was it in? So that's how close it was, but referee Jones was right there to make that call. On the Nelson side of things, you got Caron's goal now, a little bit of insurance. Now, how do you play with a 2-goal lead with 1 period remaining? Do you now go into a defensive shell, or do you come out with no changes?
Oh, I think Nelson's best defense is a good offense. I think their forwards really have to do a job in the third period. They've got some good hockey players, some specialists. I'm very impressed with Danny Caron's performance today. If I had to pick a player on the Nelson team who's really made a difference today, I'd pick Danny Caron. And I look for him to play again, tight, checking, aggressive, third period. Also, Tyler Grieve played a good second period, very aggressive. They're getting to the puck ahead of the MM Robinson players all over the ice, in MM's end, in the neutral zone, when they're recovering the puck in their own end. Nelson's right on top of this game. I don't think they should change at all.
One of my comments in that second period was the Rams aren't getting any clear shots in against the Flames, where at the other end the Flames seem to be patient, move the puck around, and they're really putting it to Ron Mays.
Well, I think, MM had a 4-on-1 and couldn't get the shot away. I think they were surprised with that sort of good fortune breaking into the Nelson end of the rink. A couple of chances, but really most of their shots, and this is a tribute to a lot of the defensive play. Particularly, I've been impressed with number 77 from Nelson, Chad Taylor. He broke up a 2-on-1 deep in their own zone, saw tight coverage coming down with the winger against the boards. So MM's not getting good shot opportunities. All their shots are coming from the point, Tim Labinich has had a lot of good shots. He's got a very good shot from the point. People like Brian Fox doing a good job on draws, getting them shot opportunities, but they're from the outer perimeters, the top of the circles out at the blue line. And I really think they're going to have to make some better pass plays in tighter, finish around the net. If MM can come up with some of that in the third period, they can get back in this game.
Shots on goal, we're talking about it, 12-6 in favor of Nelson in that second period. A two-period total of 21-9 in favor of Nelson. Bob, let's switch gears for just a minute and go to high school hockey in general. There's been a resurgence of high school hockey in the last, say, half a dozen years, but namely in the last 3, 4, 5 years. Where do you think that stems from?
Well, I think it stems a lot from the system in place in Halton region at the Board of Education. It stems from a lot of hard work by some very dedicated coaches. Also, it stems from the part of individual students who wish to come out and be part of a traditional school rivalry, such as you see very strong rivalries in football. They're equally as strong in a sport like hockey. We have an excellent system in Halton. We have what I consider to be good safeguards in terms of penalties and if hockey players want to participate in non-hockey related activities on the ice, they're not going to be part of our Halton League. We want fast, entertaining, high-paced hockey action. That's what we're getting, and that's what we've seen. Halton championships for the last 5 years have been outstanding hockey games.
In professional sports, you talk about the big markets and the small markets, the LA, New York, Chicago's. The same thing can be applied to high school hockey and high school sports in general, I think, and you would be coming from one of those what we will call small markets, the Aldershots, the Lord Elgins, so on, the QE Parks out in Oakville. Do you think it's an Achilles heel for the league, or is it good because the Aldershots and the Elgins and the QE Parks, they put solid programs together? However, will they be able to compete with the MM Robinsons, the high population schools?
Well, I give you an example. In our case at Aldershot, we have a relatively small student population. We have quite a bit of hockey talent at the school. They are involved in community-based hockey. Not all of them. We have some good players on our school team. We could certainly be a contending team if some of the players move from the community-based program into our school program. Strictly, it's their choice. We don't promote it in a way that is negative towards community-based hockey. We promote it in a positive sense from our school point of view. Yes, it is difficult for smaller schools to compete against the MM Robinsons. Surprisingly, people think Nelson is a very large school, but in speaking with their phys ed head, Doug Myers, before the game, their student enrollment's only about 1,100.
Yeah.
And large school like MM with 16, 17, 1,800 schools, White Oaks pushing 2,000. I know the Athletic Association people are always interested in new ideas to help small schools compete fairly with the larger institutions such as MM Robinson.
Well, I think this Halton Loop is surely an indication of that, but you still see the high population schools right across the board. I guess at the top of many divisions up there in all the sports, as opposed to some of the smaller populated schools, maybe putting a real good team out in one sport and then the rest of the sports lagging behind.
Well, all I can say is watch out for the Aces next year.
That's good. Coach Williamson, thanks again for joining us for the second period. And again, our apologies to you for our technical difficulties here. You should have been with us a lot more, but we thank you for joining us, and hopefully you'll stand by in case of overtime or some end-of-game comments.
My pleasure.
Great. Thanks again. And Coach Williamson, again, a little too humble to say that he is one of those people that are dedicated to improving the kids here as well as the program, the high school hockey program of Halton. He's a guy who's put in a lot of time and effort over the last few years to improve the Halton Loop, and we thank him for that, as well as many of the other coaches, staff, and the kids who participate in Halton High School hockey. The Flames, there you see them. Coach Grant bringing them out of their dressing room for the third period for the Flames. They have 15 more minutes to go before they complete the trifecta. For the Rams, They have 15 more minutes to get at least 2. They'll need eventually 3. But maybe if you're the Rams, you'll play for at least 2 here in regulation.
What the Rams have to look forward to, Steve, is perhaps a little mild letdown and the Nelson Flames, something we talked about in the first period with Coach Grant. As this team has suffered from intensity problems, we can go back into that semifinal game where they were leading 4-1 with under 5 minutes remaining in the third period and gave up 3 straight goals to Bishop Reading to send that game into overtime.
Coach Grant making the walk into the bench for what he hopes will be the last time before he's crowned and his team the Halton champions. A reminder, next Wednesday, live, the GHAC Hockey Finals here on TV 23. You won't want to miss that one. Third period action, and here's Clint O'Neill.
Lappin dumps in the puck. Labanovic throw the puck right in front. Van Huyten had a backhand and he lost control of it. The puck goes high above and the official blows down the whistle. We'll have a face-off deep in MM territory.
All the fans have brought the roof down and it came down so low that the puck hit it that time, so we'll have a stoppage in play and a quick face-off. Ron Mays has been outstanding in the pipes for the MM Robinson Rams. He's faced 21 shots, but so far through 2 periods.
Charlin with the puck cross ice. And Labanic will start again. Charlin around the square they go. They are on the power play. This Rams team, and they have to get something going deep in Nelson territory. Taylor tries to send the puck out of bounds, and it sits in the Nelson zone, and they fire a hard slap shot in behind Ron May's net. Past the center ice to Labanovic, and he'll fire a shot. Pattinson steers it clear with a blocker. Fox taken hard into the boards as he loses the puck, and Smith sends it out of the Nelson zone. Nelson doing an effective job of killing this penalty. Labanovic with the puck over the blue line, being hassled from behind by Smith, and Lacey sent it out of the zone. Here come the Rams again. Aspen got away from a check. Evans bands on the puck, turns around, fires a slap shot the other way, and with 25 seconds remaining, the Rams power play ineffective through 1 minute and 35 seconds. Aspen over the blue line, dumps it in for Barker, who's behind the net. Barker looking at the point. Barker looking at his options. Leaves it for Wright. Wright just sends it in, but there's no one home. Kept in along the boards, and Smith, who's done a stellar job of killing this penalty. Today is Kevin Smith's birthday, and he's looking for a home championship as he turns 1 year older.
Now, when did his birthday actually take place? Is he an ineligible player now?
Well, let's not start that up. Pete Moore on the phone, the Halton sports convener, as if he doesn't have better things to do. Checking up on Katie, his wife.
Who, hey, they were at the Volunteer Awards banquet this past weekend. Good to see them there.
Here is Lappin looking for Grieve, and Grieve couldn't reach it. Lappin will try again. Lappin doubles back and loses the puck, and a sneaky backhand by Jeff Johnson. Right. Almost picked off by McKenna. Through the legs, and Jason Coughlin dumps it in the Nelson zone again. Curlin around the boards, kept in by the Rams, hits the skate of another Ram and leaves his own. Cherry the other way, in front, they shoot, oh! And Grieve was right in front of the net. McKenna tried to center the puck. Rams coming back the other way again. They are content with dumping in the puck. Johnson did that time. Here he is again, lifting the puck high into the air. And that pass was gloved ahead with a hand, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Scott Pattinson.
Well, so far you mentioned the Rams are content to dump the puck in. They haven't had too much success keeping the puck in the Flames' end. However, that little mental lag on the part of the Flames may give the Rams a chance to set up an offensive attack here in the Flames' end as the face-off is to the right of Pattinson.
Fox and Davis on the draw. Fox wins that one, but Nelson attains control. Dumped down the length of the ice. Icing is waved off. Dillsworth around the boards. Vanderheyden, center ice. Davis just missed that one. Davis, and we'll have a check from behind on Tim Labanich. As Davis take a cheap one there.
Well, that was a good call, though. Jones right there and a cross-checking call. Give it to Davis, who sits for 2. And again, a good chance for the Rams. It seems we've talked about this all day. The Rams getting yet another life here, but it will be important for them to get a marker sooner rather than later, and what a chance to do it here on the power play. So
Nelson
far,
penalty, number
Rams,
16, Chris
as
Davis.
we hear the penalty announcement.
From 330.
Fox from his own zone, behind Mays. Rams on the power play. Brian Fox making moves. Fox still with it, a shot. Pattinson had save. Jerry clears it out of the zone and down the ice. Charlin from behind his own net. Lots of open ice and he'll take it. John Charlin, Captain Charlin we'll call him. Into the Nelson zone behind the net, sends it right in front, and Fox sent it over the net. Here is Fox being bumped off the puck, but he still has it. Fox, nice move. Fox going to the net. Fox going in a goal shot save. Pattinson. They all collaborate along the boards, and Coughlin has it. Coughlin now making moves. Coughlin takes a weak shot. Pattinson holds on.
Let's look at the last 3 possessions for the MM Robinson Rams. Names you got to hear from. Brian Fox went coast to coast. Result, shot on goal. Charlin, coast to coast. Result, nothing. Fox, coast to coast. Result, shot on goal. Those are the 2 guys that got to get things going for the Rams, and they did just that so far on this power play. They're the 2 guys that got to make things happen, and they're now starting to step up their game somewhat.
Fox and Caron will battle. Fox wins that one. Charlin the drive. That one hits the skate of Smith, who appears to be the penalty killing specialist this afternoon. He's done a great job. Lead pass off the boards to Charlin, to Fox. Fox being hacked at in there by Jeff Evans. Smith tries to clear the puck, but Fox stole it. Down deep is Charlin. Charlin to Fox, a shot deflection out in front, goes wide. Here's Jeff Wright. Right from the point, a penalty called on the play. Pattinson holds on, and now the MM Robinson Rams will have a 2-man power play for 13 seconds.
That'll be enough for them to win the draw, or if they lose the draw, to attack to get the possession. Mays did a good job of hustling out to try and get the extra attacker. Barker, who momentarily came on the ice, he now goes for a break, and Coach Romeo makes changes. Charlin and Fox will both go to the bench. No, it looks like Fox may stay out there. Yes, Fox will stay out. And even Charlin looks like he's going to now stay out there as well.
He's really blowing smoke too. He's pretty tired. I can see that smoke being blown from all the way up here.
2 minutes for Jeff Evans to the
appears that the Flames lose the services of Jeff Evans for somewhat. some time anyway, as he goes to the dressing room for some attention. Colin Stevenson goes to serve the penalty.
Evans, who's been in the box twice, I can remember. That might have been his third. That might be it for him.
Gone.
That could be it. Now, 13 seconds, two-man power play. Fox wins the draw. Here's Lebanich. Over to Charlin. Charlin pulls back, waits. Over to Charlin. Charlin winds up a shot. Deflection goes wide. The two-man power play is over. Cherry sort of fanned on the shot, but got it down the ice to Davis, who's went straight out of the box. Davis, smart move, holds the puck down deep in the MM territory. And I take a look, I see Jeff Evans with no pads on, standing behind the net and behind the glass. That's it, the Halton final's over for Jeff Evans.
2-zip, Flames lead it. Rams on the power play, face off in their end to the left of Ron Mays, their goaltender.
Weak shot, go up by Lappin, goes in the corner. Charlin will try and set up the power play, which has 1:25 remaining in it. Lebanich with a drive that went past Pattinson, and he fielded the bounce off the backboard and holds on for another draw.
Well, the carom came back as quickly as it went past Pattinson on the initial run. And there you see him. We talked about him. He hasn't had too much work, but when he's been called upon, he's been there. 1:20 to go in the Rams power play. As Romeo tries to make another late change as Jeff Wright is sent back to the bench. Fox wins yet another faceoff.
Charlin with a drive, and that seems to be in the equipment of number 71, Tyler Grieve.
They'll do it again, but Fox has been sensational as a faceoff man. Up over 90% faceoff to one.
The Flames will send Grieve in against Fox to see if they can cool him down. Fox wins another one. Spins away and takes a shot that went weak and wide. Aspen to Fox behind the net. Fox looking at his options. Tries the backhand, and it really didn't go where he wanted it to, and the Flames end up clearing the puck. Caron chasing hard. Sent into the boards. Jeff Wright, and Jeff Wright takes a penalty on what might have been a little ticky-tack. And now Caron down on the ice.
Well, Caron doesn't think it was a tic-tac. But we'll take another look at it. Here it is. You see them go into the boards. Looked like a pretty good hit to me. It looked like Caron was just going down a bit and got the worst of it. However, Wright
2 minutes for
gets the
hitting
game.
from behind.
Caron apparently doing
Time
his best
6:25.
unconscious act.
Well, hitting from behind, I don't know how you interpret that, but when you both go in together, you're going to have to hit a guy from behind. And they rode each other into the boards from the way I saw it. However, just a neutral observer. And
Yeah, you better watch yourself. We're in the Nelson section.
yeah. Well, I made one little comment and a lot of eyes turned.
Curlin with a drive, sent wide. Barker's pass missed the stick of Perry. Davis had his pass picked off by Barker. Lappin just sends it back in. 28 seconds. The Flames will go on a power play. Pattinson off the boards to Lappin, and here come the Flames. Lappin, he's got Smith and Davis. No! Smith couldn't hold on. Here's Lappin right in front. Oh, Mays, and back to Lappin. A shot. Oh, that went wide. Dilworth with the puck. Picked off by Davis. Davis with a move. Davis getting up. A shot on goal, and Mays holds on.
Well, the Flames go in 3-on-1, and they don't get a shot off. Lappin goes in, or Davis goes in on his keister and gets a shot off. Unbelievable action here. Let's take another look at it. There you see Lappin's first blast. It comes right back to him. He fires again, and it just sails wide. The Rams try and clear it here, and Davis ends up with it here on the steal, makes a hop, makes a hip, and then on his keister gets a shot away, which Mays stops. That move, the hop followed by the hip, when you reverse that, of course, it's your famous hip hop move.
Someone is having a look at Danny McKenna's stick again.
Oh, no. He wasn't trying to use that again, was he? This time they're bringing it over right to the Rams bench, and it looks like the officials jumped right up in there. Jones has jumped right up, and now what he's going to do is he's going to eliminate the stick himself. He's taking his stick and ball and going home.
Is Danny McKenna an unhonest kind of guy?
Well, I'll say it quietly, but you never know with these Flames if you can trust them or not. We found that out in the Bubba breakaway, where to get the results of that, stay tuned right here. In a short while after this broadcast, 6:30 p.m., TV23's Halton Sports Week. This week's special feature, the Bubba Breakaway. If you miss it Thursday, then catch it on its replay Friday or Sunday. Check your listings, because I don't know when it's on. I just know the days.
7:27 remaining in the Halton final. And
Coach Meyer.
Always there.
Oscar Meyer, the AD at Nelson. Oscar Meyer, of course, the nickname, but he's one of the most nervous guys in the building. He had the shake, rattle, and rolls before this one.
2-0 for the Nelson Flames in this hockey game. 52 seconds remaining in the Nelson power play. The Rams have to mount some type of offense.
Now, this break here, now he's bringing the stick back.
It's legal. No, maybe not. Now
they're having a conference.
Maybe we can get a shot of the conference.
The stick is coming back, and it's being placed on the Nelson bench again. Now, but this delay here, I think, is a great advantage to the Rams. The Flames have not changed their strategy. They're playing their top guys again and that. However, Charland and Fox have been on the ice for this whole third period. This is a great opportunity to get a break for their two big hitters.
What is going on? Dan
Here's
McKenna.
the conference.
Hold on, I think Dan McKenna's been kicked out. Wait, no. Now that he sends him. I don't even want to say that. McKenna doesn't have a stick on the bench.
Interesting.
He's having a conversation with Coach Grant.
Maybe it's something to do with the butt end.
And McKenna is hot. McKenna's really hot. Back to the play. Here is Smith with it. Kevin Smith back to the point. Wilkins a drive. Deflection. That one went wide. Taylor, a shot. Hit the stick of Smith, and Charland comes back. Charland a drive, and Pattinson holds on after the rebound.
A good blast from the blue line. And let's take a look at the bench. There's a stick, and I think it's got something to do with the butt end, which you see there, because they sent someone back to the dressing room just after all that confusion. But look at the bend on that stick at the end of it. He obviously shoots left. That bend so far, it's got a bit of the banana bender look to it. And now here comes another stick. They went and got another stick from the dressing room. So that stick is obviously out of action.
Illegal.
So two Flames now eliminated. The stick and Evans.
Face off To the right-hand side of the lefty, Scott Pattinson.
Charlin in to take the draw now for the Rams against Davis.
Here is Fox in the slot. He couldn't control the bouncing puck. Cherry comes back the other way. Cherry over the blue line looking for someone to find in the slot. And Fox comes up with the puck. Davis will steal it. Davis down deep in the corner. Looking at his options. Davis, 7 seconds up in the power play. Lacey with it. Lacey with a shot. Deflection in front. And it did not reach Mays. And the Rams clear the puck. Lacey, long pass, icing will be called.
Lacey not happy with himself, sending the puck the length of the ice. He knows that stopping the clock now gives the Rams the ability to catch a breather and slow down play.
One thing I've noticed is that the Nelson Flames fans and the Nelson Flames 2-0 lead have taken the Rams' big quartet of fans right out of this hockey game. The Rams have been synonymous this year for losing Halton titles in the major sports this year. They've participated in them all and have lost 2 of them, maybe 3 of them if you want to include girls' sports as well too. But the Rams
Why
fans,
wouldn't you include girls' sports, Clint?
well, you know.
Now you've done it. What size do you wear?
A whole new can of worms has been opened. Lavinich around the boards to Johnson. Johnson has it in his skates, turns around, stolen by Caron, and Caron let himself a little too far. Smith with the puck down deep. Lavinich steals the puck to Johnson. Johnson behind the back pass. Looking for Northcott, but too far. Northcott and Curlin do a little dance, and now Johnson gives a little push from behind. Lappin steps in. Curlin has one thing to say, and Johnson skates away.
Would these Rams be comparable to your Buffalo Bills? Always getting to the show, but the cameras never make it to the locker room. And if you were standing beside me, folks, you'd see Clint putting a finger to his eye, and I don't know if he's wiping away a tear or if it's, you got some dirt in there.
Lavinich drops a puck back for Aspen, who had a shot. McKenna with a different stick. McKenna can't make the move. Cherry now has it, looking for McKenna. There's McKenna, hitting to the boards by Lavinich, and he has his head taken off there. And now McKenna says something in his face. Charlin picks up the puck. Off the boards, too far for Gillies, who's seeing some ice time now for the Rams. Mays for right. Stolen by Taylor. We have a whistle on the play.
Closing the hand on the puck that time was a Flame in the offensive zone. Therefore the whistle and a face-off outside the line now. The Flames are still beating the Rams to these loose pucks now, and that is inexcusable if you're a Rams fan wanting to get back into this one with 5:02 to play. Important for the Rams to turn it up yet another notch. Fox finally loses a face-off.
Parker sends the puck down deep. Johnson chases. Fox had the puck in his skates and he didn't know it. Davis off the boards. Kept in a shot and a save by Lappin. More checking. Well, that's what you get for hitting the goalie. You know, if you're going to take apart a goalie, and I guess Pattinson's fair game outside of his net, but if you dare hit the goalie, no matter where it is, you know someone's going to hit you.
And you better get hit if you're going to hit the goalie, no matter who you are. And Lappin will get the gate, but that is the kind of hockey you want to see if you're a coach or a fan. Pattinson out of the net, gets bumped a bit, and Lappin comes in and puts the finishing touches on the Rams' Chris Barker. sorry, Ryan Wilton,
Nelson
Chris
penalty.
Parker, yes. So Lappin takes a penalty, and with 4:33 to go, you think of the semifinals, when with 4 minutes to go, the Flames were leading Bishop Reading 4-1, and ended up having to win that one in overtime.
Labinich over to Charlin. Charlin, wrist shot, goes wide. Fox right in front. And Smith, he's hacked. Puck is in. Fox making moves. Fox being tied up from behind by Smith. Fox with it. Fox sends the puck in front. Hits a skate and he still has it. Here's Fox with it down deep. 1:30 remaining in the power play. Fox takes a shot from a bad angle and it goes well wide of the net. Almost a desperate move there by Fox. Northcott, back to Fox, a shot! That one hit Smith out in front, and Smith has done a marvelous job of killing penalties this afternoon.
Fox has his men standing still. Nobody's working to get open, therefore he had to take that ill-advised shot, and the Rams give up the possession inside the Flame zone.
New troops for the Flames to try and kill the penalty. Here's Fox with it, over the blue line. Drop pass for Northcott, that shot goes wide and weak. Aspen, back to Charlin, a drive deflection out in front, and it goes wide. Labinich with the puck, being bumped off the puck. Sent back into the zone. Northcott, down deep. Northcott back to Labinich, a shot, deflection. Oh, and Fox was there, but he tipped it wide. Labinich right in the slot, he scores! Labinich! And it's 2-1!
Well, Labinich was the only Ram on that power play who moved to get open, and what is the result? A goal. Tim Labinich at 11:58 has pulled the Rams to within one, and their fans are alive. Watch Labinich come in as Fox just misses a tip in there. He looks for a man. Labinich was moving. Fox feeds him the puck. Goal! Rams! 2-1. And the Rams are looking to have the cameras move to another locker room.
The fans are making so much noise that there's some parents in front of us that are covering their ears. Central Arena now. Lappin had to be there to cut off that.
Assist to number
Here's
17,
Smith.
Brian Fox.
Smith over the blue line.
Number 7, Craig Northcott. Time
Behind the
11:50.
net. Taylor cuts it off. Sends it out in front. Here is Caron. Lappin a drive. That one went wide. There's Reeve with the puck now. Reeve off the boards. Taylor deflected right in front. Oh! And Caron almost had an opportunity on the deflection. Coming back the other way are the Rams. Dilworth sends it in. Taylor gloved the puck ahead with a glove, and we will have a whistle.
Well, you know, the odds for this one were that it was going to be settled in regulation time. That was the line coming in. The Rams have drawn a little bit closer now, and you can't help but to think of that semifinal letdown that the Flames had in the last 4 minutes against Bishop Reading. Here come the Rams again, throwing everything they have at Nelson.
2:22 remaining in the third period. Lappin spinning back. Vanderhayden. Oh, Davis was hit hard in the head area. Lappin. Long lead pass for Davis. Hit his skate, hit his hands, and Nelson. Oh, Fox stole the puck. Fox going in on goal. Fox right in front, deflection. And Davis was there to scoop up the puck. Here comes Davis down the left side. Davis makes one move, take the dive. Oh! It was deflected on Labinich and sailed wide of the net. Jeff Wright, long lead pass, picked off. Cherry chases the puck. Wright will get to it first. Oh, but Wright's bumped off the puck. 1:28 remaining, and we'll have a face-off deep in Ram territory.
Well, the Rams may be calling a timeout here with 87 seconds to play. They'll need to win the draw, clear their zone, and then look for Ron Mays to head to the bench. 2-1. We got ourselves a hockey game, but what do you expect when you have the Halton Hockey final here on TV 23? Every year tops the year before, and this is no exception. Coach Guy Romeo now talking things over with his troops. And there you see him.
Folks, one of the things we'd like to tell you about is if you're watching this live here on Thursday, to have a look at the Burlington Spectator tomorrow. It's the Burlington Spectator's version of the All Bubba team, the Dream Team on ice. Is centered as Halton High School sports continues to be.
And obviously you weren't consulted for any of that, I hope. Gary McKay, obviously the one put together that piece. Gary here in attendance today, so you want to grab tomorrow's paper.
2 or 3 players on that team in attendance on the ice. Who is it, you'll ask? I'm not telling you.
Spend the 50 cents, 47 plus 3 GST.
Here come the Rams. Charland, lead pass, missed the stick. Lacey down deep. And they hold on for a face-off. The net is now empty for the MM Robinson Rams with 1:16 remaining.
Well, for the first time today, you kind of got to like the looks of things if you're a Rams supporter. You have the extra attacker, but you also have Brian Fox, who's over 90% winning face-offs. You can throw him in to take the draw, but it looks like Charland will be the guy to take it.
The net is empty. The Rams not wasting any time to wait with a minute below.
Caron and Charland.
Charland loses that draw, but he'll have to do it all over again as Lappin fell on the puck. Or actually Lacey.
Throw Fox in there to take the face-off, coach.
But Fox, I think, has that elusive snapshot from the slot area.
Any of the guys, hey, it doesn't have to be a hard shot to get by. Sometimes a floater will do the trick if it hits somebody in front or something like that. The important thing is to win the draw, and Caron's tough to go get.
Charland wants it. Labatt's a shot. The puck's in. Oh! Right in front. Fox, a drive. Oh my! An empty net for Fox, and he missed it. Right in front. Nobody home. The net is empty. 1 minute remaining. This one sails wide of the net. Labanich.
50 seconds.
Here's Labanich. Lead pass to Fox. Fox will just dump the puck in. He's taken hard into the boards, and the puck is set down the ice. Perron chases it. Icing is called.
And you gotta love the rule that as soon as it crosses the line, the whistle goes, because Caron had a jump on the Rams defender, and he would have been the first man to the puck most likely. But it sets up another draw, this time to the left of Pattinson, and maybe this is where they'll throw Fox in.
Brian Fox had a brilliant chance. Now, if you take a look, I think it was Labanich that took the shot. He deliberately sent it wide of the net as everyone was protecting the front of Pattinson, and Fox had a wide open net as Pattinson was down in the butterfly.
The Rams have to go for the puck. However, they also have to have a man in front of the net, because as soon as they got that last loose puck, they threw it in front of the net. There were 3 flames.
Davis and Charland on the draw. Charland wins it. Labanich with the puck. Bands on the puck. He banned on the puck. Jeff Wright down deep in his own zone off the boards.
25 seconds.
Aspen. Labanich with his last legs. Takes a shot. Pattinson gloves it and holds on. And now Labanich and Cherry exchange words with 19 seconds remaining. Lappin steps in there.
That one looked a little shaky in Pattinson's glove, I think. It's like he didn't realize he had it, and his glove went back a good foot behind his ear. Here's another look at the action as the Rams come out of their own zone. In, right from the blue line, the blast, and Pattinson kind of juggled it a bit. Charland again to take the face-off. I still don't agree with it. Fox is too far away from the puck. He's the furthest guy from the puck.
Labanich, a drive to the second. Oh, and Fox again couldn't reach the puck. Here's Cherry. He shoots. Oh, it goes wide of the net. 9 seconds remaining. Lobanich off the boards. It hits the net. We're down to the last 5. The Halton title will remain in the hands of the Nelson Flames. 3-peat they cry. 3-peat they cry. 3-peat they cry.
An outstanding effort put in by the MMR Robinson Rams to get to the show. And how about the performance of Ron Mays? Above all, he's got to be my star of the game. He was outstanding. The 3-peat sign now going around Central Arena as the Nelson Flames are the 1993 Halton High School hockey champions. And it's got a familiar ring to it.
They're the veterans of this hockey. Oh, it's a brawl at center ice.
And there's
Center ice.
There's a
There they go. Oh my. Oh, right hands and left hands being exchanged. Everyone's involved. I can't believe it.
Caron and Barker were the two that started it.
Everyone wailing away at center ice here at Central Arena. And now Lobanich, he can't be controlled. No one can be controlled.
Controlled, has to be controlled by the Flames coaching staff. Cherry upset. And of course, just short fuses. The frustrated MMR Robinson Rams. And actions, of course, speak louder than words. The Rams upset, maybe some of them, at the sign, etc.
The 2 ADs on Fisher and
McAdam and Meyer out there. They
yeah,
seem to be the two calmest guys. And of all the people in Burlington, in all of Halton, that would not want to see this happen, of course, it's Doug Meyer and Leo McAdam. Both of them run outstanding athletic programs. Both of them, the two most nervous guys coming into this game as well, wanting to see their schools represented properly. And of course, both wanting to win as well. However, I bet you they're the two that are most upset about this turn of events.
short fuses for both teams. And
again, it looked like Barker and Caron were the guys that started it, as they kind of went berserk as the teams are shaking hands. I wonder if the stick of McKenna was used.
now we've got Watered Down Warriors players in here. They want to start something.
Shot at them.
They want a shot at the Flames.
Of course, earlier this year they knocked off the Flames in tournament play.
In the Vermeer, 4-3.
Lobanich still upset as he was corralled behind the Flames net. Let's take another look at what has transpired here at Central Arena.
A shocking turn of events. Now,
there's the three-peat performance, Davis, and I can't really tell who else was out there. And Coach Grant celebrating with Davis. And there it is. That was the start of it. And again, it was either Lobanich or Barker and Caron who exchanged blows, and then everybody got into the act. And what an act it was. And Pete Moore,
again, the athletic now.
Athletic Commissioner Pete Moore is going to, I think, make the trophy presentation either in the dressing room or after the Rams leave, but I think it'll be in the dressing room. And again, some act of good sportsmanship on the side of both. Some players on both sides. Charland in there shaking hands. And of course, the coaches, the officials, and things could have been a lot worse. So again, it looked like...
Well, the game is over, but the rivalry still continues, Steve.
It looked like Labanich and Karan started exchanging blows as they were shaking hands, and then everybody jumped in on it. Hey, high school sports. You gotta love it.
Short fuses, it's gonna happen.
Well, we should have, I guess, called Billy Grant, the coach of Nelson, would have something to do with this. You got a firefighter around. You got a team called the Flames, another team called the Rams, a Halton final at stake. It's like gasoline and matches. You're gonna have some fireworks. It's like the May 19th weekend.
Well, going back to the game, Steve, what an accomplishment by this Nelson Flames team. 3 Halton titles. This is unheard of in recent time. And they can look forward to GHAC now playing the Hamilton champion, the Hamilton Catholic versus the Hamilton Public. And we will meet again here on Wednesday to decide who will go to represent the Golden Horseshoe in Ontario.
It'll be a dandy, that's for sure. Shots on goal in the third period as if it matters, 6-4 in favor of Robinson. And the shots on goal in the game, 25-15. That goes, of course, in favor of Nelson. What we'll do is hand the headset. Again, we have headset difficulties here, but we'll get Coach Williamson in on the shot here and just ask him for some closing comments with that melee. We won't take up too much time as we're kind of going overtime a little bit here on TV 23. But Coach, the Rams certainly gave it a great shot, and they just came up a little short.
Well, certainly they got right back in the hockey game, scoring that goal. Tim Labanich, a very picture-perfect centering pass, and he one-timed the shot, buried it right in the net. And, you know, when you look back on the entire game, that's one of the only few times that Robinson really had a good scoring chance in tight. And I think that was the difference in the game. Most of their offense was generated from the outer perimeter, and that's not good enough to beat the Nelson Flames. It's unfortunate, the incident at the end of the game. I mean, that's a tough one to lose. And again, they had chances late. Brian Fox could have scored 2 goals in the last minute of play himself, and they just didn't find the net. Well, that's part of the game, and the boys have to understand that. They have to accept it, and it's unfortunate when we have an incident such as we had.
That won't take away from the excellent play of the game, though. It was unfortunate that it happened. However, sometimes that does happen, but 99% of the guys on the ice had cool heads, and it got sorted out very quickly. And but for the Flames, a 3-peat champion, very tough to do.
First time since Central Blues. Matter of fact, it's only been done on one other occasion since Halton began league play back in, I believe it was 1969. The Central Blues of 73, 4, and 5 were a 3-peat Halton champion, and now the Flames, first team to do it since those Central Blues, and who knows, they might make it 4 in a row.
You never know. Coach, thanks for your insights. Again, our apologies for not having you more involved in the telecast, but we'll get you next time, as they say.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, that's for sure. For all of us here at TV 23 Sports, for Clint Bubba O'Neill, I'm Steve Foxcroft and Bob Williamson. Have a sporting week. Congratulations to the Flames, 1993 Halton Hockey champions, by virtue of a 2-1 decision over the Robinson Rams. The GHAC final next Wednesday here on TV 23. Plan to be with us. See you then.
With me anyways, I played in the league 8 years on some pretty good teams, and I was not very creative. My feet were too quick for my mind, and I couldn't make the plays that these fellas are making out there now. We're born with that skill. Now at my age, my feet have slowed down, my mind is caught up, and I'm creative as heck, but I constantly play old-timers hockey, and I enjoy it as much now, more now than I ever did before. Even when I was a kid playing on the pond, it was great fun, lots of competition, okay, learned some skills, but now it's more fun than ever.
What do you say to guys who want to take the game up when they never played it as kids?
Do it. Really do it. Go out there and have fun. We've got 65, 70-year-old people who Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning, we play 3 times a week. And we've had fellas who never played the game before come in and they skate well, they handle the puck well, but they have the greatest fun of being in the room with 15 guys before getting dressed and after. Super game. At any age, folks, any age.
You could skate well, handle the puck well, have fun. Sounds like Darryl Sittler to me, and he's standing by with John Wells.
All right, Jim, and you had a choice to play on either team. You chose the NHL. You could have played for the Flyers, I suppose.